Hello YouTube, this is Boss speaking, and today in this video what you're going to be watching is a 52 gun streak, or it's 50 something gun streak, using the FAL, playing solo. I've actually been playing solo a lot more as of lately, trying to get back more into the grind of it, prepare for Ghost a little bit, and that's funny actually me mentioning Ghost, because that's what we're going to talk about, because I'm actually in a multicom with a couple of boys who are about to introduce themselves right now.
Hello.
So,
Who are you?
I'm Mofo Joker.
What are you doing in my Skype call?
Nothing drunk, Gabe.
Say again?
kicking back.
Nothing drunk, Gabe.
Yeah, I'm a bit drunk at the moment. I'm happy to put that out there. I don't need to hide that. Who else?
Who else we got?
Yeah.
We've got Jet Mods here.
Jet Mods.
Fair name.
Okay, so what are we going to be talking about today, Zachary? Fill us in.
Alright, so I thought of this off the top of my head, completely random topic, and I said to Gabe, why don't we talk about the transition from Black Ops 2 to Call of Duty Ghosts?
And I
So
said,
what do you think about that, Gabe?
I said that I thought that was an amazing commentary topic.
It is. I thought it was quite good.
Okay, so just to make one first initial point, I think that a lot of players are going to fall off the radar when they no longer have a VSAT. Like, a lot of these players that got really big and really recognized and did really well in the game when it came to Black Ops 2 are just not going to be able to compete, because that's what they've become so accustomed to being their resource for sort of like excelling. So I'm really looking forward to that, because me and Mofo and Jetmods are all quite good MW3 players, and a lot of, like, it'll sort of just make the cream rise from the crop a little bit, in my opinion. Like, and I think that that's a really good thing to try and get a bit more distinguishing amongst Call of Duty players, because at the moment there's just, you know, there's probably something like 500,000 people trying to make Call of Duty videos.
Probably.
Yeah, so that's my
stuff,
that's my first point towards the commentary topic. What do you got, Zach?
Alright, so what I've got is, as you know, basically how you said, the VSAT, a lot of people rely on that.
Yeah.
And their full party, spawn trapping on raid, you know, all that.
Yeah.
Basically, the reason why a lot of YouTubers are growing, or were growing at the rate they were growing, was because the 250 pluses and stuff, you know, they were quite impressive gameplayers back then in the day, well, months and months ago. And, you know, all that happened because of the Swarm, the K9, the VTOL, the Lodestar, and the VSATs, the absolute spam of VSATs from your 9-man party in a ground war on raid. And, you know, your streaks just go ham in this game for some odd reason. So, basically, that's the reason why YouTubers have taken the growth they have. And then you've got solo players that aren't doing as well, but they have top-of-the-notch gameplays.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you say, like, the Swarm and the K9 and the VTOL and the Lodestar and all that sort of shit just upped the ante in terms of standards, like, ridiculously. Like, up until Black Ops 2, there was only ever, like, one person that got 200 kills. One or two people.
Yeah.
I remember one of them being Jay Nasty. And it was kind of like, all of a sudden, people were getting 250. And, you know, Benny Central got that 300. And it just, there was so much more hype about it. It was just so, like, you know, when you looked at the numbers for average gameplays, all of a sudden everyone's gameplays number, in terms of what their total kills were in the game, were up by like 50 to 100 above what they normally did, and that sort of created all this hype. And I really think that in Ghost, from what in Ghost, from what I've seen, Killstreaks are not going to compete. We're going to actually revert back to gameplay standards of MW3 in terms of how many kills we have. And a lot of people are going to be very disappointed, because, you know, people are going to be like, oh, who's going to get the first 300 plus? Where in MW3, there still hasn't even been one. The game's been out for 2 years, because it's such a phenomenal, and like 100,000 different things need to go perfectly right for that to happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that is a contributing reason as to why Ghost is going to be tough.
Yeah, it seems as if Infinity Ward Killstreaks, they don't try and make them so kill-hoary. For example, like, as I said, with the Swarm and the Lodestar and all that crap. I think the only really thing that was kill-hoary in Modern Warfare 3 would have been, you know, the Osprey Gunner, the Reaper, AC-130.
Yeah.
And
yeah. But there was also, what's it called, that thing, spawn protection.
Yeah, exactly, spawn protection.
Does anyone know if there's spawn protection in Ghost? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I think so.
Yeah.
So in this game,
Yeah, that'll
you
be
have
interesting.
protection.
Yeah, so
Alright, Gemmods, what do you think? What do you think is going to be your struggle, or what's going to make it a challenge for you personally to transition from Black Ops 2 to Call of Duty Ghost?
Of course, I don't have my good old VSAT, my trusty VSAT, and it's going to be very difficult, as you said, for people to go into the next COD without a VSAT. Of course, you have the SATCOMs, and if you have 3 of them, it turns into an advanced UAV
Yeah.
or whatever.
I'm not sure if
So-
that counters off the grid yet. We'll see. But yeah, sorry,
we'll
keep
have to
going.
see about that. And but then again, in return, you do have ballistic vest returning in the next COD, so it might make up for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, so that's a big thing coming
That's
back.
a massive thing.
I'm gonna run
It's-
them vests.
everyone's
Yeah, Zach's
fucking
gonna be
on-
on it fucking day one. You watch.
Yeah, you watch.
But yeah, that's almost. I reckon with this, the fucking excuse my over excessive language here, but the specificity of gameplay titles is going to get to that point now because of how specific it is now already. I reckon people are going to be titling their gameplays like with no vest and shit.
with
like-
no vest.
I reckon
yeah.
they will. I'm putting money on that. Remember, I said it. I reckon they
Yeah,
will be those titles.
I
Yeah,
hope not.
most likely.
I don't want to see that shit. I hope not.
Well, it is
Well,
like the
first
Call of
50
Duty
kills with no
community
vest.
is so fanatic nowadays, and they're already reaching into the deepest depths of the bucket for more records and for more specific achievements and stuff, and it's just going to get even worse as time progresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that with Hobbs, man. He had a gameplay uploaded. I don't know what it was. The first 150 kills with girlfriend on lap or some shit. His girlfriend was sitting on his lap,
Jesus.
and then I thought to myself, "Well, what is this?" And
It's a new record.
that's
It's a
some
new record. There you
crazy
go.
shit.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
something like 6 months ago, Benny titled his video "First 200 World's First 200 Plus" with a bandana on, or something funny.
Yeah, because it was getting to the point where every AMP video had world's first in every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
title.
Yeah, I remember they had like world's first AN-94 double nuclear 6 months into the game, when I knew people that had one, like a month into the game. They actually, yeah, like you said, they did like a good 40 videos in a row that were world's first double nuclear with this gun, world's first double nuclear with this gun, and they sort of
Yeah.
like, I reckon they sort of tarnished YouTube a bit.
Like, took it, like overkill. Like,
Yeah.
Took it a bit too far.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, world's first overkill double nuclear.
Yeah, well, they would title shit like that, you know, fucking world's first nuclear whilst, you know, eating cheese. Fucking, they did that. It's
I kind of
because of
think we're
them.
getting off the topic around now.
Yeah, that's probably
Just before
true.
we do end though, I'm back onto the world's first. Like still to this day, I'm seeing M.3 gameplays. I saw a gameplay the other day, world's fastest Moab on Downturn, and then I saw a world's first quad Moab on Outpost.
Yeah,
You can't really like. Obviously, you can put it as a world first if it is, but it's overkill. You're taking it a bit too far with that.
exactly, yeah. It's just too specific. You know,
Mm.
why not world's first quad mob using a 6 sensitivity? You know, it's like, where do you draw the
Or-
line?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what about this one? 41 gun straight claw.
Alright.
Oh god.
That's a good one. That's my favorite. But yeah.
All right.
Alright, what about you, Peacock? Like, obviously you were saying earlier, you haven't played Ghost and you haven't done too much research into it yourself, but what kind of queries do you have about the transition? What
Well-
is something that you might have to overcome?
I've heard about like a revamped engine and stuff, and like you said, I haven't done any research into it or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how it like controls differently or just plays differently in general.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how people like adapt to the changes. And like
Yeah. I know what you mean. To me, it kind of felt like Modern Warfare 2 almost, in the type of, I don't know, like fluidity. It kind of felt a lot like Modern Warfare 2 with sort of battlefield themed maps.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if we try and reflect even, look at the transition that we made from MW3 to Black Ops 2 and how difficult that was. It's
Yeah.
going to be the exact same thing, just in store. It's not going to be a breeze.
Maybe a couple months before we see, anything insane.
But then you get those players that just start. Those players that
They
get
just click.
big at the beginning of a game because it's like their first game almost, or like they're not as in tuned with the prior game, so they're sort of more adaptable to the new game, and they go off. And yeah, you saw a lot of people do that throughout Black Ops 2, and I really envy that ability because I'm not like that at all. It takes me months before I'm capable of getting, par gameplays with YouTube standards and stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it?
Change is a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that brings us to the end of the commentary. What do you guys reckon?
I reckon that's a wrap.
Yes, sounds good.
Alright, cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe we've possibly earned your like. If you enjoy these types of commentaries, please share your thoughts on that down in the comment section below, as well as sharing your opinions on the transition from Black Ops 2 to Call of Duty Ghosts. Do you think it's going to be difficult? Do you think it's going to be easy? What's your personal opinion on that sort of thing? Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and bye!
Bye.
Good day.
Bye.
Yeah. I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was not a though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door while gripping the photo.